Jim, just give us your take on tonight's 3-1 win.
Good win. I'm very pleased for the team. I don't think it was our best night in terms of pure performance. I thought Maidenhead, again, like a lot of teams have, made it hard for us from the off by sitting deep and trying to ask us questions about how we were going to try and find a way in. We did find a way in with a brilliant goal from a set piece, which was a well-worked routine, and yeah, it was a great goal, which obviously eases the tension a little bit. Fans started to sing at 1-0, which helped us again really well. And then it just, we had a lot of control in the first half. They were a tough opponent to break down, but we spoke after the last game, didn't we, away at Aldershot, Greg, whereby, I said it may take time to break Maidenhead down. I know what type of team they are, and I've seen them recently, defeat Barnet 3-1, 2 counter-attack goals and a set piece, and that's exactly what they are. They're a sit-in and try and bite you when you lose shape on transition, and they tried to do that to us as well. We are wary of their dangers on counter-attack, so it was always going to be, a precarious type game, where anytime you step up the risk, there's always potential danger opening the back door. But we scored good goals, Greg. We scored good goals. That was the difference. We didn't have loads of moments where we were good, but in the moments we were good, we scored really good goals. And then we just lost a bit of control as the game went on. And the goal for Maidenhead created a little bit of nerves and anxiety in our performance and in the stadium. But credit to the team. They worked really hard to see out the remainder of the game and get us another home win.
I kind of looked down at the bench after the first goal, the set piece goal, could see like beaming smiles on the faces. Obviously, that kind of pride and happiness in the way that you've worked on those set piece routines coming to fruition. Yeah,
it is. It's they're fun moments, really. When they come off, they are fun, and I think I remember feeling the same when we scored away at Oldham from a routine that we'd worked on. When they come off, for whatever reason, they feel good. All goals feel good, of course they do, but I don't know why I seem to smile a bit more for a set piece routine. But no, it was good. We were really pleased about it, and it set us off on the right foot, and just rewarded us for that early control that we had in the game against a tough opponent, as we said.
The second goal, very similar to one that we scored last season, from when George Nevitt played the ball through to Karen Mitchell. This time Dan Sassy showing great patience and then delivering another super through ball for Cairo again.
So similar. I'd like to see the goals side by side, actually. But maybe that's one for you, Greg. But no, they felt really similar, and I of course need to credit those two players, Dan Sassy, for that, the patience he showed building that goal, and obviously the pass, and Caro of course needs credit for that, for the technicality of it, the turn of the hips, the ready to penetrate the space at the time, and doing it when their centre backs are vulnerable and starting to have their eye on other things. But where I'm going with that is, Greg, I think the team really deserves credit for that goal, for all the spaces that they occupied. That was very much, an understanding moment from the team. How can we open gaps in their team, pull them apart? It takes discipline, especially when the ball's moving patiently, and the lads up the top end of the pitch, they want the ball. They always want the ball. But waiting for that particular goal, and asking questions of the opponents of where they were willing to move and what space they were willing to give us. The rest of the team done brilliant on that goal. Even the wingers being where they were, occupying the width of their back four. Like, really, really well worked team goal that the two guys will get a lot of credit for, and they do deserve it, but the team does too.
Is the first goal similar in that regard then, albeit Cairo's run was a bit more down the side than central for that goal?
We knew, Greg, that Maidenhead would have to change at half time. We knew that 2-0 down, and we were causing them some problems whenever they jumped, really. We knew that they would have to change tact in the second half to come and try and get something from the game, really. Otherwise it would have been a pointless exercise. They would have stayed in for the rest of the night as well. But they came out, they went more kind of like a full press, and we just knew when they did, we kind of knew what we had to do to go through it or around it. And that was, you know, we believed that, you know, whatever side of the game the opponent chooses, we believe we can find solutions. And that was the one solution we found in the second half to the change in tact from Maidenhead. So it's not so much a routine like a set piece is, but they are certainly things that we practice in terms of playing against certain styles on the training ground. The guys knew what they were doing really well in that particular moment, and it was a brilliant goal, wasn't it? It was a brilliant goal.
We're back here on Saturday again, Solihull this time, the visitors. Look, confidence must obviously be high after the 4 wins in a row, but how excited are you to come back here and play in front of the fans again? Who were magnificent tonight. Very,
yeah, they were brilliant. And again, as I said before, that it was quiet at first, the ground at 0-0, and then we really got going at 1-0. I would love it if we could generate that atmosphere straight from the off, from the second the whistle goes. If we can get that singing and chanting and support for the team from the off, so we can, you know, generate that drive from 0-0. I think that would be amazing. I think the team really appreciates the support that, you know, it gets and it got tonight, and we only benefit from it. And so playing at home, yeah, as I say, or as I've said previously, sorry, has been positive for us for quite a while now. It's positive for the team, hopefully positive for the fans coming and watching us and seeing their team regularly picking up points or winning games at home. I don't take it for granted at all. I didn't want there to be an expectation tonight that we'd just brush this team aside, because Maidenhead are a tricky opponent, and Solihull, of course, big spending outfit that got to the playoffs last year, or got to the playoff final last year, and obviously got to the trophy final as well. They're a dangerous squad. I think they won tonight away at Yeovil, which is a very good result. Yeovil are a good team who are going along well. It'll be a real challenge for us, and we'll need, you know, a united stadium on Saturday afternoon, ready to hopefully drive in one direction to achieve an outcome that we'll all be happy with.